recovery system, Cesar can just again and again and again just take him out. So I thought Cesar really showed his stuff very well that set. And I know if I was going into Sunday as a Fox main, I would not want to see Cesar's name on my bracket.
So for sure, I think the match one of the matches to watch out for sure is later on the bracket is going to be Cesar Sack Daddy. Sack Daddy. That's going to probably be somewhere in the top 4 for sure. If not somewhere in the top 8, if it hadn't already happened in the bracket. It shouldn't happen in the bracket till way late, but
for sure.
But yeah, no, as you were saying, you know, Cesar very, very good at just kind of maintaining this sort of wave dash distance away from Eloy that didn't let him do that. And let's see if he can keep that up against Squid here, a much different beast, a bird, not a fox. Very different.
That up air. Squid gets the shine after, so he shines on his shield and then gets the waveland down shine. That's not actually safe. You can do stuff out of it, but it's really tricky and the timing's funny. And if you try to punish the first shine and it doesn't come, then you look like a complete idiot and can get hit by like 17 different things from Falco. So it's very tricky.
Ooh, scary moment there.
The other really cool mix-up there is so Falco can do the first shine and then full hop out of it and dare down on you. And so if you try to do something to punish that second shine right after the waveland, then you like give him the freest dare in the world. And then, you know, any kind of double dip is possible. And then you're looking real bad.
It's really easy to bait shield grab, like, what's the word? Just constant shield grabbers that way. A lot of uses for that kind of stuff. Shines on shield into just walk away is really good.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, nice down tilt by Cesar in order to keep it close here.
Yeah, finds the absolute end of it. Falco, or excuse me, Squid will lose his first stock.
Ooh, Cesar used that really effectively against Eloy in the last set and continues to do so this set, where he goes for that like goes for that drop through up air, and it covers so much. Not only does it cover like the area below him that he's coming down onto, it also covers if your opponent tries to go up to the ledge, up to the platform. So I think it's like really, really good option coverage. It's tricky to do because you have to be really fast or it doesn't really do anything. But if you have that timing down, it's super strong. Squid recognizing that Cesar doesn't want to go to the ledge, but not able to find the punish. Unfortunately, Cesar gets kind of stuck in the danger zone right after and gets shined off, but he's able to find the center stage again. Yeah,
oh man, I kind of feel bad for Squid right there. He was so patient while Cesar was on the ledge, just waiting, shooting a laser here and there, and just waiting. And then finally, when he got up, he actually baited out the up tilt, got the nair, but couldn't finish it. And all that led to nothing. And now he's the one in a bad spot. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, he gets the up air. Nice roll off there. He had to roll back and then just let himself slide off the edge, and that was what was able to give him the invincibility, so he didn't have to deal with Cesar's mix-up right at the corner where he couldn't go back. So good stuff there.
Just a raw F smash. He's gonna kill the wow. Kind of just wave dash back to the center and did it, and Squid got caught by it.
In this matchup, so you know, generally it's considered like not that great for Falco to get grabs. You know, a lot of characters he doesn't have the like most guaranteed of follow-ups, but especially in this matchup, I think it's really, really strong. You can kind of up throw, and then you're at least in a really strong position. And in a lot of cases, you can get an up air or a down air like he did there, or even a bair. So
yeah, I think generally Falco's grabs aren't very, they aren't combo starters, right? They're more positional tools and mix-up tools. They aren't the strongest grabs in the game, but they're definitely very useful.
For sure. And I think Squid really showcases how valuable they can be in this matchup. One of the ones Squid really likes to do at low percents against Marth is he'll do up throw, up air, double jump bair, and that's like 40% for like 3 hits. And it's like the freest 40%, and then you get to be in a good like juggling position afterwards. So. Oh, he didn't have his jump, and that's going to be, once again, so Cesar, you know, he's lost the stock each time first, but then he's used his like invincibility and the kind of positioning advantage he gains from it to
sort of
great effect.
To find his way back into a much more even game.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he's not taking too much damage to tie it up, and really only a few percent behind here. It's not going to take much to tie it up.
Okay.
As I say that, he's going to find the up air and just hit.
Oh, Squid gets his light shield out in time. Light shield there is super important. If you do the full shield instead, it just pokes. So make sure, like, if you're a Falco playing against a Marth, you got to get that light shield out. Yeah. Squid just high enough that Marth's double jump doesn't reach. One of the big advantages of Falco is
Squid. Squiddy Squid.
Squid wanted it. Squid wanted it real bad.
He like wasn't there for a solid 2 seconds, and he still went for it. He was just like, whoo. It was like right here, and then it's like, oh. Come on, Squid. Game 1 goes to Cesar on some shenaniganery by Squid.
Squid can't stop laughing. He's loving it.
Oh, Squid. We love you here in SoCal.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I thought, you know, Squid definitely showed a bit of an advantage in neutral game throughout the set, or throughout the game. But I think that Cesar showed how effective he can be with the invincibility and the advantages it gives you. Every time he lost the stock, he was able to bring it back to even very quickly.
Yeah.
So good stuff to hit.
Definitely would have liked to have seen that first game play out normally, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and just
Ooh, he
as
goes
I
for the
say
up
that,
tilt there.
yeah, I really didn't think that would hit. I thought it was way too high.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to go for a dare, but I guess Cesar could have DI'd that back in and not died. So Squid instead chooses to extend that juggle.
That's why he's in losers finals and we're coming.
Exactly. So this is one of the really interesting things in the like Cesar versus Squid meta. So Squid has started really utilizing light shield at the edge of a platform, and Cesar hits the light shield, Squid slides off and gets to do an attack right away. Cesar's answer back to that recently has been choosing to nair the light shield, so then the first hit knocks you off right into the second hit.
I see, yeah.
And so Squid's now trying to figure out like answers back to that. Like he's trying to like space himself, and see there he does it again.
Great case in point right there.
Oh, Cesar, don't do it.
Oh, no, dead.
Oh
my God. Great turnaround from Squid, though. Found an opportunity amidst the chaos and has himself a bit of a lead now. He's kind of turned it into a full stock lead if he can. But, wow, that was some flubbage right there for sure.
So one of the things that I think Cesar uses really effectively in this matchup is short hop nair. So what he'll do is he'll do it in all these like interesting situations where he thinks the Falco is going to short hop himself. And so if you're at that right spacing where he can do like the slight forward short hop nair, if Falco short hop lasers, he gets hit before the laser comes out. If Falco tries to do any kind of short hop aerial, whether it's approaching or not, he gets hit.
Yeah.
And so it's like a really clever tool that Cesar uses in the matchup, but Squid is also really good about how he responds to it. He has a couple options here that he uses very effectively. Number one is shield.
Yeah.
He recognized Squid is not done having a good time.
God, Squid. So he still takes the 2 stocks, pretty much 3 stocks really, but hey.
But yeah, so Squid likes to he'll space just a little bit further away to bait out the nair, and then he'll do the early laser, the high laser.
Ah, okay.
And that's like really good at catching the nair, and then you hit them with the laser, so they're stuck in the air with no hitbox. And now what do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like kind of your options are either you like come down slowly, which is super scary, or you do what I like to call the hybrid, because he's the first one who did it to me. Is you double jump fair right away. And so that'll catch you if you try to follow the laser up immediately, but it's also super dangerous because now you don't have you're double jumped over Falco without anything.
Yeah, that was my first thought, was either pivot up tilt or wait for the jump.
Yeah,
if you do that, yeah.
Yeah. So Cesar immediately goes to FD, not really surprising in this matchup. His punish game super strong on the stage, and he shows it there by taking the first stock.
Oh, these fair options from Squid today have been really interesting. I've kind of taken a few mental notes on them, using them as like these sort of unorthodox extenders, if you will.
Yeah, so generally what Falcos like to do right in their combos is they'll use nair, but when you get up to those like mid-high to very high percents, the nair actually hits too hard, even the, well, especially the hard hit, but even the soft hit of nair makes it just really hard to follow up, especially if they're DIing away. Up until like really high percents where then that becomes a kill move.
Yeah.
So what Squid likes to do, especially if he expects his opponent is DIing away, is he'll do the fair, or I guess like kind of wherever they're DIing, depending on the percentages.
Right.
He'll do the fair instead because it's a weaker hitbox.
Yeah.
And then he's able to follow up more easily. So I think that's like a really interesting piece of technology that Squid's been experimenting with recently, and I hope to see more out of it going forward.
For sure, it's definitely a unique hitbox. It's not one that there's not really another upward angled hitbox like that that's an aerial.
Exactly.
I mean, you have your forward tilt, but you're obviously grounded and you can't move while you're doing it. Wow, great stuff from Cesar. But yeah, no, it's very unique in its execution and its what's the word? Like when you actually throw out the hitbox, it comes out in a very interesting way.
Right.
It's very long. The first one is very long. pointed upwards. So, you know, you get a lot of unique opportunities. I've shield poked with Fairs on platforms before, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a lot of things you can do with them. I think, yeah, it's definitely one of the more unexplored moves in the game, probably.
Right. And one of the other things that's really nice about Fair, if you're ever curious about Falco's hitboxes, go look at his Nair hitbox and then go look at his Fair hitbox. It's hilarious how much bigger Fair, which is considered the worst move. Like, Fair is
it's
ginormous,
it's
and
huge.
Nair's like actually pretty small. So that can be a good value or a good way to use Fair. The other thing to keep in mind too is that now I've completely blanked on what
I know. I actually did the same thing right now. I was like, I hope you remember what you were gonna say because I don't. Neutral start.
Everyone's
Squid
scared of
takes
Squid's
game 3.
grind, dude.
Yeah. I am. Ever since he told me his port shenanigans on Yoshi's story, I'm not. I'm not gonna not neutral start this guy.
Squid was the one who convinced me that I should main a port. I thought he was crazy when he first told me this, but it's actually kind of good because you learn all the options or like all the different startups, and you actually can get a lot of like early momentum by like kind of grinding it out with that. So I'm a big fan.
I unknowingly did that. I always played third port. So like like you said, I would always just know. So I knew what stages I could get a free laser off in the beginning. I could get the drop through dare. Things like that, but it's definitely important. It's probably some knowledge that it's going to become more universal as time goes on.
Yeah,
probably should have been already, but hey. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, to go back to Fair real quick, I just remembered what I was going to say.
Okay.
The other cool thing about Fair is that it's not something that Falcos use a lot, so people get kind of surprised by it. They don't expect it.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
And if you're a Falco main out there listening, interested in seeing the proper uses of Fair, one Falco I definitely recommend checking out is King Momo. He uses Fairs really interestingly and really effectively, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely, like we said, it's so long that when you're at that spacing in the air and you're chasing someone and you throw it out, they almost don't expect to be able to be hit from that far away, and then you just get that extender.
Exactly. So. They're looking for like a laser or something because they think that's all you can do, and you just hit them instead. Also really good for tech chasing.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention. For a lot of the same reasons we already talked about. Ooh, nice down tilt. Yeah. And that's going to take the stock. Cesar, again, keeping it super close. We're seeing Squid takes the lead, and then Cesar just uses those advantages that you get from invincibility. It's not that he hits him with invincibility too much. It's more that he takes really strong stage positioning during invincibility, and then, you know, beat Squid up out of that.
Right, forces Squid to make the first move. Like we were saying before, it's just like, so it's all about that, the consciousness of knowing who has the pressure on them, right? It's like, whose turn is it to attack almost, right? So it's definitely good awareness by both these guys. Wow. Takes him across FD. He's probably going to get the stock, and indeed he does.
Nice stuff. Yeah. All right, let's see it, Cesar. Can you close out this game, or is Squid going to find a way?
He was at Back to the Future %, but then he got lasered. And yeah, Squid answers right back. Yeah, acting like Cesar,
So even if that hadn't stage spike, it would have probably been a kill because Squid did put out the back air. But it definitely hurts a little extra when you get the stage spike. So there again, Squid actually showing one of the big advantages of using up air. It's sort of like Falcon's Bear that we were talking about earlier. It's fast enough that you can get another hit out. And so there, the up air actually misses, and Cesar feels like he's got a free punish, but instead Squid's able to get the dare out in time, and he's able to start his own combo instead.
Yeah, it's definitely very strong with ledge cancels as well. Up air ledge cancels into dares. It's very, very good on the like Pokemon stuff. Good stuff.
Ooh, he gets a laser F smash.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Good stuff to Squid. Gets the run back.
Yeah, he's going to get to play Griffin one more time. And so what we saw there is, you know, just how weak Marth's options are once he is on the ledge. You know, oftentimes once the Marth's on the ledge, you know, if you play that spacing game just right, he actually hit the laser before Marth could land, and that's why Marth couldn't really do anything about the the F smash.
Right, like you were talking about earlier, it's that awkwardness that Marth has to jump and then sort of land on the stage to get off the ledge, and sort of the weaknesses. I'm sure M2K would have found a way out of there. his ledge game is out of this world, but you know, good stuff to Cesar making it through, beating Eloy, beating who else did he beat? Who else did he beat in losers?